Hey everyone, JaffaArchfiend here, and oh dear god, that World Tour Orchestra trailer. Shout out to the fangirl for making me this awesome chibi Kingdom Hearts avatar. You guys should check her out on Tumblr, link will be in the description below to her commission page if you feel like grabbing yourself some art of your own. Okay, so let's start talking about this trailer, shall we? First and foremost, the transformation into the counter shield and second form drive forms looks a hell of a lot smoother than the previous game's iterations for transformations. Compared to Kingdom Hearts 2, which introduced the drive forms, we've gone from an explosion of light that knocks back the enemy slightly, and depending on which version of the game you have, could take between a second to 30, to a near full cinematic sequence now in Kingdom Hearts 3, lasting 2 seconds. The timing's an important factor, since the enemies around you are still able to move around and attack your party members, although it seems like they leave you alone during this transformation sequence, so playing by the classic anime rules concerning transformation, it seems. Assuming of course that the transformations we saw in this trailer were indeed drive forms, and not just the Keyblade shapeshifted ability we were told about in previous interviews and trailers. Although second form seems more likely to be a drive form, since it looks to be reminiscent of the limit form from Kingdom Hearts 2. Possibly. So second form could be going back into Kingdom Hearts 2 powers, and we could get a first form for Kingdom Hearts 1 powers. Who knows? Speaking of the party members, it looks like you'll always have Donald and Goofy with you at all times, but can also have that world's hero team up with you at the same time. So essentially, having 4 people in your party, including Sora. And I am stoked that we finally get to have Hercules join up with us for this game. After all the times we've visited the Olympus world for the tournaments, or in Birth by Sleep's case, helping out the younger Herc. The combat system is definitely the same one we used during 0.2 Fragmentary Passage, which serves as a nice transition experience till we wait for Kingdom Hearts 3's release, with the addition of the flow motion mechanic from Dream Drop Distance, although not to the same extent as it was in that game. I think. Time will tell. But enough about the mechanics which we are all mostly well aware of by this point in the game, metaphorically speaking. So let's dig into what's really important about this trailer. That awesome flame animation on Hades. Nah, seriously, the story elements revealed in this trailer make for some interesting discussion points. As you may or may not recall from Recoded, and to an extent Dream Drop Distance, Maleficent has now set her eyes upon the Book of Prophecy, the item from Kingdom Hearts Key that has the power to create whole worlds. As we discovered through the story in Unchained Key/Union Cross, the worlds we've been visiting have been nothing more than illusions created from the power of the Foreteller's copies of the book. Although in that world, when all the worlds were one, it's hard to tell fact from fiction. But I digress. The fact that Maleficent is now looking for the black box that we saw with Lushu at the end of back cover. Could the book be inside that box? Although that would conflict a little with recent revelations in Union Cross on the Japan side of things. Unless the Master of Masters is playing a different game altogether with that box. And Maleficent has got the wrong end of the stick. Ugh, this speculation is going to give a lot of headaches to a lot of people. Speaking of speculation and headaches, what do you guys think is the new world that will be getting shown off at the D23 Expo trailer in July? I'm kinda half expecting it to be the Big Hero 6 world rather than a brand new announced world. On the one hand, showing off another new world in the lineup that we didn't know about yet would be interesting and scratch off a possibility from all our Kingdom Hearts world's Christmas lists. But on the other hand, we've only seen the one official image for the Big Hero 6 world, so it is possible. Anyway, getting back on track with the story and plot revealed in this trailer. It seems that Sora is trying to do more than just reawaken his powers that he lost at the end of Dream Drop Distance. Apparently, he's trying to fulfill the mission given to him by Ansem the Wise and Naminé at the end of Recoded and Dream Drop Distance. Namely, trying to bring back to life the people inside of himself. In this trailer's case, that being Roxas. It's interesting that it's Xemnas and Ansem that are confronting him about this outside of the mansion in Twilight Town. Xemnas due to his nature as a nobody and in theory well versed in how to go about creating nobodies, and Ansem because of this one simple line.
Sora, お前は結局闇の力を使うのか?
Could we see Sora having to willingly use the powers of darkness in order to recreate Roxas? Remember that when Roxas was created the first time, Sora had released his heart using the Keyblade of Heart that had been forged from 6 of the 7 Princesses of Heart's hearts during Kingdom Hearts 1. And this time, there's no Kairi to restore Sora to his original self should he release his heart again. Wow, this game's got a lot of hearts in it. I suspect that Sora is going to find another way to bring back Roxas, without having to delve into the powers of darkness. Partially because that's kind of Sora's whole shtick, and this moment from Dream Drop Distance.
Perhaps he has the power to bring back the hearts and existences of those connected to him, to recreate people we thought were lost to us forever.
But the temptation to do so, it will always be there, and I suspect that Master Xehanort is not quite done with trying to corrupt and turn Sora into his 13th vessel for the final battle. Although, that now raises a question that I will leave with all of you to consider.
Roxas. Now there was a worthy candidate. But, unfortunately, he became too aware of himself and returned to Sora.
Could Sora bringing Roxas back to life be simply playing right into Xehanort's hands? JaffaArchfiend, out. Bonus round. Check out this side-by-side comparison of the Rock Titan fight scene from the trailer 2 years ago and the one just released. Who said the 2015's trailer looked like a completed game?